I'm Layla, a 28-year-old housewife. My husband Tom is a company employee and we recently welcomed our long-awaited child. We're now living as a family of 3. We had a beautiful baby girl and named her Elena. She's so adorable that I could just stare at her all day.
She looks just like you when you were little, Layla. Seeing her brings back memories of when you were born.
Today I invited my parents to our house to introduce them to Elena. Tom, have your parents met her yet?
No, they haven't. Actually, my parents don't like kids. They told me they had me just because of societal expectations, but they didn't want any more kids. They're not interested in their grandchild either. When I told them about Elena, they said not to bring her until she's an adult. It's hard to believe, right?
I've met your parents a few times, but they didn't seem like that. Is it really possible to dislike children so much that they don't even want to see their own grandchild?
Maybe you could at least send them a picture? She's their first grandchild after all. As she's their first grandchild, they may see a picture. Well, yeah, I'll send them a picture. Maybe it'll change their minds. I'll try to convince them to meet her.
True to his word, my husband sent his parents a picture of Elena, hoping it would soften their hearts. However, convincing them proved difficult.
I was thinking of taking Elena to visit my parents during the next holiday.
Wow, did your parents say alright finally? It has passed almost 10 months since Elena was born. Finally, my husband's efforts bear fruits.
I'm sorry, but my parents are still against meeting her. I tried asking them to reconsider, but they just wouldn't listen. They seem stubborn about accepting her.
Oh, it's not easy to change their minds.
Sorry, Layla.
I'm just glad you're trying so hard.
But if I can't even convince my parents, I must be a terrible dad.
Whenever the topic of his parents comes up, my husband tends to blame himself. That's not true. Elena and I know how hard you're trying. You're a great dad, right, Elena? She is sleeping peacefully. Yeah, she is agreeing in her dream. We all know that you are trying hard for our family. Both of us love you, so don't say that you are not a good dad.
Thank you, Layla. I'll keep trying.
Lately, I've been getting tired of trying to cheer him up. Honestly, if his parents don't want to meet Elena, then fine, I won't force it. But since my husband is trying so hard, I can't force myself to say that out loud. And what if Elena asks one day why she can't meet her grandparents? I can't exactly tell her that they don't want to see her. As Elena's birthday approached, something unexpected happened. We received a rare phone call from my in-laws.
Layla, it's been a while.
Yes, it has. How have you been?
I'm well, thank you. How about you? Is everything going well with raising the baby?
It seemed strange that she was concerned about me, but had no interest in her grandchild.
Layla, did we do something to upset you?
No, not really. Other than not wanting to meet your granddaughter, there's been nothing wrong. I was confused as to why she was asking.
Then, why haven't you let us meet our grandchild? If it's difficult for you to come here, we can come to you. Or, if we don't want us at your house, we can reserve a private room at a restaurant. Please, let us see her, even if just once. I've been waiting for you to change your mind, but I can't bear the thought of her growing up without ever meeting us. I don't even need to hold her, just let her see her once. Please, can we at least see our grandchild? Your father and I have been so eager to meeting our first grandchild. I'm begging you, let us see our grandchild, even if it's just once.
Hearing my mother-in-law plead in tears, I was shocked. After all, wasn't it them who refused to meet her in the first place?
We'll do whatever it takes to make you comfortable with us seeing her. Just tell us what you need. If it means we can see our grandchild, we'll do anything. Please, Layla. Even after all this, are you saying you won't change your mind?
Oh no, that's not it at all. I'm totally fine with letting you meet her.
What? It seems like there's been a misunderstanding.
I explained to my mother-in-law about my conversations with Tom. It turns out Tom had told her that I didn't want to meet them. But why would he say that? Just then my mom, who had been helping with a baby, had overheard everything, suggested that I pass the phone to her.
Hello, this is Layla's mom. It's been a while.
As my mom started talking with my mother-in-law, my baby Elena began crying, so I stepped away to comfort her. When I came back, it seemed like they had reached some sort of agreement. Apparently, the moms had come up with a plan. They told me to keep it a secret from Tom until the plan was carried out, so I waited. A few days later, on Tom's day off, my parents came over for a little family get-together.
Elena just keeps getting cuter. And she's getting so good at talking too. Yeah, that's right. She's so smart. I can't believe Tom's parents don't want to meet such an adorable granddaughter. They didn't like children from before. I heard Tom has been working really hard to convince them. Good for him.
Ever since I found out that Tom had been lying to both me and my parents, I've started to doubt everything he says. It's been so frustrating, but today, it all ends. Apparently, we all seem to be having a good time, but inside, we're all nervous, waiting for the big moment. What are we waiting for, you ask? Well...
Hello?
Hi. Wait, Dad? Mom?
Yes, we were waiting for Tom's parents to arrive.
But why? For what?
We are here to see our granddaughter, of course.
Hurry up and bring her out.
But first, we need to wash our hands thoroughly. Where's the bathroom?
What?
These people, who were supposed to stay away, suddenly showed up and Tom turned pale. After lying for almost a year, I decided to play along as if I hadn't noticed anything. So, when did they change their minds? It seems like they're really eager to meeting her.
Yeah, that's right. I've been talking to them and I've finally convinced them to meet her.
Nice one, Tom. So smooth with the lies.
Layla, no matter what you say today, we're going to meet our granddaughter.
Yes, Layla, nobody can stop us. Not even you. Please, just calm down.
After thoroughly washing their hands, Tom's parents, still pretending not to know anything, came right up to me. Of course, this was all planned in advance, so I played along. I never said you couldn't see her. But what's going on? Why the sudden visit?
What? Layla, what did you say? I've been wanting to meet her so badly.
You guys are finally going to meet your granddaughter. That's all that matters now.
You guys refuse to see her just because you guys don't like kids. But then again, it's not like you even care about your granddaughter, right? You don't want to see her until she's an adult, right? It's like you don't even appreciate her existence. Tom has been working so hard to get you to meet her, but you've rejected us all this time. And now you want to meet her, all of a sudden?
Tom told me you didn't want us to meet her.
Isn't it you who doesn't want us to meet her?
What? What's going on here?
Let us see her. Come on, hurry.
No way. What's really going on here? Explain yourself.
At that moment, my parents and Elena, who had been in the back room, came in.
Elena wants to meet her grandparents.
Isn't she the cutest little angel?
Oh my goodness, what an adorable angel. Is this really our granddaughter?
She's smiling.
Isn't she cute? I'm glad you got to see her. Now we can all talk together.
Tom, what is going on here? Why did you lie to both sides to prevent us from meeting Elena? You owe us a proper explanation.
It turns out that someone here thought he could keep the entire inheritance for himself if his parents were gone, but then he realized that once Elena was born, some of the inheritance might go to her. So he came up with a plan to prevent them from loving Elena so that they would leave everything to him alone. He was already thinking about inheritance, even though his parents are still alive.
Trying to come up with a plan to keep our precious granddaughter away from her grandparents for life. I can't tell if he's smart or just plain stupid.
No, he's just too evil.
No, it's not like that. I was just following my boss's advice. He's an only child and he thought he could keep the whole inheritance for himself. But then he found out that his grandchild had inheritance rights too. He was panicking, so I didn't want to end up in the same situation. And for that, you kept them from meeting her for a whole year? You should be proud of yourself, thanks to your efforts. Your parents are now eager to get that will written up. Yeah, that's right. As soon as we get home, we'll talk to a lawyer about getting a will drawn up. We'll make sure everything goes to Elena.
While you're at it, don't forget there's another document you'll need to fill out.
What's that?
The divorce papers, of course. I can't stay married to a liar who deceives everyone around him. It's only a matter of time before you try to separate me and Elena. I can't trust a single word you say.
No, please, don't do this. Mom, Dad, will you still see Elena even if Layla divorces me?
Of course we will.
We're cutting ties with you, so you don't have to worry. This can't be happening.
Even if there's a will, the inheritance might go to our son if there's a contract, so we have to take precautions now.
Alright then. Elena, let's go. We're leaving.
Leaving? But this is your home.
I'm obviously going back to my parents' house. You're welcome to come too, Mom and Dad. We're getting everything ready to celebrate Elena's birthday there.
Wait, no. Don't leave me here alone.
Leaving Tom screaming behind, we headed back to my parents' house. I divorced him after that, and I got full custody of Elena. I made sure to get child support as well. After the divorce, Tom got angry at his boss for putting these ideas in his head, which led to trouble at work. He's lonely, struggling with housework, and even though he cried to his parents for help, they completely ignored him. I've heard they're planning to sell the house and move somewhere Tom won't find them. Back at my parents' house, with their help, I've been raising Elena. I landed a full-time job and things are going well. Today is Elena's second birthday, so we're throwing a party to celebrate. Of course, Tom's parents are invited.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate with us today. If I may, I'd like to propose a toast. Everyone raise your glasses.
Cheers!
Wait, Elena's only 2, right?
I've never seen a 2-year-old say something like that before.
Neither have I.
Elena loves cheers. She practiced a lot with Layla yesterday.
She did great. Surrounded by love, Elena is growing into a beautiful treasure for everyone. I wonder what kind of new and unique Layla character will appear next. Stay tuned. What you did was attempted murder. You tried to push me down the stairs and kill me along with my baby. That's attempted murder.
What? Attempted murder?
No one saw what happened. You have no proof.
I do have proof.
My name is Emma, and I'm 29 years old. I'm currently looking for a new job. My previous job was decent, but I left for a reason. Let me explain.
So, tell us why you're interested in this position.
Yes, well, the reason I'm applying for this position is, at that time I was in the middle of job hunting.
That concludes the interview.
Thank you.
You have a solid educational background and clear motivation for this position, so I'm confident you'll be successful.
Really?
Yes, we expect you to start in May, so we are eager to having you.
Thank you. I'm excited to start.
By the way, would you like to grab a meal together sometime?
Excuse me?
I'd like to explain more about our company culture, and I usually invite all the new hires for a meal.
Sure, I guess. I had just been offered my dream job, so I was in high spirits and accepted the invitation. Little did I know that this was where everything would begin.
What did you do at your previous job?
I worked in retail, but the hours were just too demanding.
I see.
The dinner was mostly about work, no alcohol involved, and it ended quickly. After a while, I started my new job, and I found out that my direct supervisor was the same person who had interviewed me, John. But then, the real problem began. Rumors started spreading around the office that John and I were dating. I was furious that someone would joke about this, so I went straight to John to ask about it. Hey, John, I heard some weird rumors going around about us. Do you know anything about that?
What do you mean? Of course people think we're dating. We are, aren't we?
What? The words made me shocked.
Don't you remember? You asked me out to dinner that night, and you confessed your feelings to me.
What are you talking about? I never confessed anything to you.
Come on, don't play dumb. We even got married, didn't we?
What? John's delusional behavior made me sick. Realizing this was going nowhere, I decided to bring it up with the department head. I told the department head part of what was going on.
I see. I'd heard some rumors, but I didn't know it was all John spreading them.
Exactly.
You didn't do anything to lead him on, right?
No, I haven't even given him my personal contact info.
Alright, let's have a meeting after work today to discuss this.
Okay, so we all sat down to talk. I'll say it again, I never dated John, and I definitely didn't marry him.
What are you talking about, Emma? You were the one who asked me out first.
What?
You invited me to dinner and you always smiled when we talked. Look, John, smiling and being polite in conversation is just normal behavior in a professional setting. It would be strange to frown or avoid conversation with your boss. Why are you siding with her, sir?
In the end, John refused to listen to our side of the story, and it seemed like the department head just didn't want to deal with the trouble. So just deal with it between the two of you, he said before leaving the room.
Why do you keep turning me down, Emma?
It's obvious we're not dating.
You're a traitor. You were the one who proposed marriage to me.
What? I'm calling the police.
Are you even aware of what you're saying? Do you realize how crazy you sound?
John grabbed me by the collar and was about to hit me. In that moment,
Hey, Don't you understand that she doesn't want you around? Stop stalking her. What did you say? Do you want to die?
John attacked Peter, but quickly my fiancé Peter, who knew mixed martial arts, intervened. He stopped John with ease.
If you keep bothering Emma, I'll beat you up and call the police. Damn it, you'll pay for this.
John fled in a panic. Peter helped me, and I felt safe for the first time. Thank you, Peter. That was really scary.
No problem. I'm just glad you're safe.
I was very grateful to Peter for rescuing me. I apologized for the trouble I caused. Thank you for your support. I'm sorry things got so messy.
No, I'm sorry for not addressing this issue sooner. I should have acted more promptly. John was put on suspension.
Thank you for your support, even for a short time. I left the company and moved in with Peter. We relocated to a place far from my former workplace to avoid any further issues with John. It was supposed to be a fresh start, free from any more harassment. Hi, I'm home.
Welcome back. Jael will be bringing her husband soon.
Oh, Jael is getting married. It still doesn't feel real. On this day, my sister Jael came home to announce her engagement. I decided to visit my parents as well.
Jael's getting married, and now Emma's going to be a mom too. So many happy events.
Yes, it's been fast.
And by the way, I heard you left your job you joined recently. Oh, was something wrong?
Well, it's a long story. I didn't want to worry you, and I thought everything was resolved when I married Peter.
Hi, I'm Jael's fiancé, Josh.
I'm Jael's sister, Emma.
Nice to meet you. Oh, you're Josh. You're younger than I expected.
Don't be too nervous. Everything's going to be fine. Despite the happy occasion, Josh looked worried. Then, when will be your wedding?
Well, we cannot decide alone about this.
What do you mean?
You didn't know? Emma is pregnant now. We have to coordinate the wedding so that it doesn't overlap with her due date.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What happened, Josh?
Josh seemed so nervous after hearing that I am pregnant.
Well, you know, I like kids. I'm excited about having children in the future too.
What happened to you, Emma, staring at Josh's face?
Do I have something on my face?
Nothing.
Hey, what's wrong with you guys? Josh, why are you so tense? Relax a bit.
Even I had a bad feeling when I saw Josh's face. He looked so much like that person.
I'm nervous.
Let's make this a joyful wedding, okay? After all, we made it just in time for Emma's delivery.
The day for Jael's wedding had arrived. While my mother and Jael were beaming with joy, I was filled with anxiety due to certain circumstances. I need to use the restroom. I got up, supporting my heavy belly, and headed to the restroom.
Hello?
Yes, who is this?
Or have you forgotten the name of the man you betrayed?
What?
You and your unborn child should just disappear.
You con artist.
Suddenly, I was pushed from behind and I almost fell down the stairs. I barely managed to grab the handrail and avoid falling. I quickly turned around, and standing there was the mother of Jael's groom.
You've trampled on Josh's feelings, and you won't get away with it.
She tried to hit me again.
What do you think you're doing?
Peter heard the commotion and restrained her. The culprit was John's mother.
Let me go, you scum!
Emma, are you okay?
Yeah, somehow.
Damn you, you con artist. I hope you rot in hell.
And there he was, John.
So you're still alive, you piece of trash. I see you trying to cover your tracks by getting my dumb brother and your ugly sister together. But you went behind my back and got knocked up by some other guy. I'll at least make sure that bastard's kid doesn't survive.
He picked up a nearby ashtray and tried to hit me.
Stop!
Right at that moment,
Hey, stop!
Peter grabbed John's right hand, twisted it, and pinned him down. And so the wedding descended into chaos. The ceremony was, of course, cancelled, and an emergency meeting was held in the waiting room. In the meeting room were John and his mother. Josh, John's brother, looked pale and on the verge of tears. John and his mother, their faces red with anger, glared at us.
I'm so sorry, really.
Just as Josh was about to apologize, John slammed his fist on the table.
What are you apologizing for? The one at fault here is that woman. Sorry, brother. You were supposed to have my child, but you betrayed me and had some other guy's kid.
That's right. You promised to marry John, and now you're trying to pretend it never happened? And who do you end up with? Some thug like this?
She glared at Peter. Despite his combat training and imposing appearance, Peter was just a regular office worker.
I was ready to accept you as my wife and even introduce you to my mom. But you tricked not just me, but my whole family.
Exactly. You toyed with our feelings and you don't even feel guilty about it?
Yeah, that's right. That's why my mom tried to kill your child with a thug, using my brother to approach to your ugly sister.
Josh, you must have done better, like knocking out this thug.
Ugh.
Putting it simply, John tried to mate his brother and my sister to approach me. He was planning to propose me again, but knowing that I am pregnant with Peter, he got so angry. He was planning to revenge to me together with our child. His mother also tried to help his crazy plan.
Anyway, this marriage cheater woman is all wrong. Have you ever thought about Emma's feeling? Enough already. You're the one committing marriage fraud. Jael was genuinely looking forward to today's wedding. I may have done something wrong, but it's all her fault.
Yes, that's right. Just as John said. The punishment for having a sister like that is just.
And what you did is a clear case of attempted murder. You tried to kill me along with my baby. What's so funny about that?
Where's the evidence of attempted murder?
What?
Let me remind you, no one saw this happen.
Well, the incident happened just before the guest reception started. Almost no one was at the venue except for close relatives from both families.
And look at this.
There was a wound caused when Peter pushed him down.
See the bruises from when this thug restrained me? The evidence of us trying to kill you is absent, but the evidence of him injuring me remains. If the police sees this, they'll believe our side.
Well then, I'll call the police right away.
No, Peter was protecting me.
Calm down. Now that you know what kind of person this thug really is, just be silent and become my wife. It's better for you too.
You can leave the baby at a nearby facility. It's better than being the child of a criminal. Don't get involved with him again.
John and his mother looked like they had won.
I have proof.
By the way, she said she'd apologize to the venue staff, but she disappeared. Sister!
If you have evidence, then let's see it. Actually, I asked a junior colleague to record the event. He left the camera recording by mistake.
What?
Yes, John's face turned pale instantly.
Look at this camera. It shows the moment this stalker tried to kill my dear sister.
I looked at the camera screen. It clearly shows John's mother pushing me. Thank you. This is solid evidence. I thanked Jael and then looked at John. The smug look was gone. Now John and his mother were covered in grime and looked like they were about to cry. You said you were going to call the police. Are you not going to?
Well, no.
I will divorce Josh and also demand the wedding expenses and compensation. If you don't like that, I'll call the police immediately and show them the evidence.
Sister, you're so kind. I will report to the police. In addition, we can demand the wedding expenses and compensation.
Please, stop that.
If you don't like that, I'll call the police immediately and show them the evidence.
You're so kind. Actually, we already called the police, you see.
What? Why are we only being dragged into this?
John and his mother were taken away by the police. Later, John lost his job, and they tried to rely on Josh, who they had used as a pawn.
Go away. You can't listen to your brother? You have been using me since childhood. You had always forced me to obey because you were strong and violent. Mom didn't stop him. I will never listen to both of you.
Are you abandoning your own mother?
You pretend to be a good person. Shut up, I'm calling the police.
Josh had always been under his mother and John's control, but he cut ties after this incident. Though John and his mother never apologized, Josh later came to the family home, shaved bald, and tearfully apologized. I won't forgive him, but I hope he will be reformed and live a good life from now on.
You ate my share and now I'm hungry from working. Why don't you pay for the meal?
You cannot respect your mother, you foolish son.
Hello, I am Aunt Jael. I was able to give birth to a healthy baby girl without any impact from the incident. My sister was initially troubled by the betrayal, but seeing the baby made her happy again. I hope my sister finds someone like Peter someday.